Life as We Know It with Tom Walton.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, America's expert-in-chief in the battle against the coronavirus pandemic, is a relatively short man at 5'6", but he towers over us all, including the president, as he guides us through the science of killing our unseen enemy. I would like to thank him for his leadership, and more than that, I would love to shake his hand. But wait, better not. In fact, Dr. Fauci himself says shaking hands to greet another person is truly a bad idea, and we should all just stop. In the aftermath of the COVID-19 crisis, whenever the new normal gets here, I think we may all discover that eliminating the traditional handshake will be a nearly impossible habit to break. Change is coming in many forms, of course, including the closures of mom-and-pop businesses such as diners and the corner bar, also the potential retreat from a traditional classroom education, the loss of casual interactions that make society work, and the realization that we are forever more vulnerable in ways we could not have imagined just 6 months ago. In that context, the simple handshake might seem like a lesser concern. But is it? How are we supposed to go cold turkey and eliminate what over time became virtually a reflex action? A lifetime of practicing courtesy and respect is going to make it awfully difficult to avoid extending my hand when meeting someone new or greeting an old friend. Am I supposed to ask the other person to wait a second while I put on a glove? I'm not only a shaker, but a hugger too, and that's probably not a wise idea anymore either. Let's consider the bell we are being asked to unring here. The handshake has been around almost as long as there have been hands to shake. The common belief is that handshakes began as a way of demonstrating to another individual that the person offering the greeting was not armed with a weapon. Apparently there was a time in history, at some point after life emerged from the primordial ooze and eventually early man developed, when nobody could be trusted, including the neighbor in the cave next door. In its place, we are offered the fist bump, the elbow bump, and the military salute as options. None of these alternatives is satisfying. Maybe we should just greet a new acquaintance by poking him in the chest with a 6-foot-long stick. Think about how many times you've shaken hands with someone over the course of a lifetime. A safe guess would be thousands. Today, the handshake is ingrained in cultures around the world. It is the one appropriate and non-threatening way to touch another person with respect and warmth. In other words, it is the polar opposite of social distancing. Few things mold a first impression better than a handshake. A solid, firm handshake conveys confidence. A weak handshake, uncertainty and self-doubt. There's no arguing the science that suggests the handshake should go away. Abandoning a social convention so embedded in our daily lives will be difficult for us all. But I trust the experts. Compulsive hand washing and declining to shake hands are the two most important things we can do moving forward, according to Dr. Fauci. I will try to do as he says. But despite his words of caution, I'd still like to shake his hand.
Life as We Know It is written and hosted by Tom Walton and is a production of WGTE Public Media. Life as We Know It with Tom Walton can be heard on WGTE FM 91 every Monday afternoon during All Things Considered at 5:44 p.m. Or hear past episodes at wgte.org/life.